want to see why testing is necessary, right? So like in generally speaking, like we check something and see whether it is okay. Like Isha told that when Isha bought a computer and switch on the button, like it is not working, right? So what actually happened in that case is Isha checked that whether it is okay, it is working or not. So when we are testing something, we are checking whether it is okay or whether it is not okay, right? And if it is not okay, what that we call as do you call that as a bug, or do you call that as a defect, or do you call that as a error, or is it a failure, or is it a fault? Is it a mistake, or is it a risk, as Bhishma told? So like, is it not quality product? Like, so everything, all this applies actually. So different people have different terms, but all this comes under it's called as defect. Different people call different terms, but you can still say that. But the right term would be, as per ISTQB, it is defect. We call that as a defect if something is not working correctly. So we call that as a defect, right? So we checked whether it is okay or not, and we finally say that it is a defect. And you will come across all these terms throughout this course: different fault, failure, and mistake, and lot of other things. Right? So when I asked like why is testing necessary, right? Testing is basically necessary, right? Because we all make mistakes, right? We all are very good in just one thing, that is making mistake, right? So like when either it can be doing a testing, or while doing a documentation, or you can do some design. But the thing is, like, we all make mistakes, and some mistake it is unimportant, but some of them are very, very expensive, right? In general also, we make a lot of mistake while buying product, or choosing a right product for us, or buying some expensive cars or something. Like we sometimes our choices go wrong, and that become more expensive to fix that. So we need to check everything, right? Everything and anything that we involve, or we do something, or we produce as a team or as an individual, just because the things can go wrong in some time, right? And yeah, someone ask anything?
Oh, I was saying yes.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes. So we all are make mistakes. So in a software developing practice also, even in a team, someone can make mistake, and that can go really expensive. And yeah, we are all, as we told, we are all good at doing that. So what will need at this point of time? So what can go wrong if we are making mistake? Someone need to check that, right? So if someone is checking our work, and they can find, they are more likely to find that defect or the issue that we are making. So we are not aware. We think that whatever we do is correct, but actually we have done mistake, without our intention. We, by mistake, that is what mistake, right? It's an accident. It has happened, but we don't know that we have created that. But when someone else is verifying our work, so they are most likely to find that defect or the issues, whatever we have created. So does it actually matters, that defect, the mistake that we create in a corporate environment, or software development lifecycle environment? Yes, certainly it does matters, right? As I told, some are very less important, but some are very most important actually. So the less important things, even though there is some defect in a software or some defect in a code, sometimes it go unnoticed. It doesn't matter. For example, it's a company website, and there is some typo, or the PowerPoint I'm sharing right now. If there is a typo in this PowerPoint, it doesn't make a lot of impacts, because it is within 3 of us. But if it is it is published to a website, and there are a lot of subscribers there, and it creates some negative impression, and people start unsubscribing, or they don't want to continue with that. So it creates a negative impact for the company or the so it's a kind of impact that is creating. So where it applies is what actually matters, right? The same happens to the software systems that we develop. So so we need to know whether that particular mistake or a defect is likely to cause a problem, right? Problem to the company or the environment. We need to think about how it is going to be used. So how it going to impact, right? So that is how we need to find why testing is very important, right? So testing is very, very essential because it can create a lot of impacts. And it depends on, like somebody says that it is software is it is context dependent, like it is context dependent for where it is used, right? So as I told, in a website, it does not create that much problem. It create a little bit of problem, but when it is in a more like Bhishma told, like there is a risk involved, right? So risk also is like what type of risk is very important. And if it is used in a chemical industry or a pesticide industry, where someone buy the farmer buy the product and use it, and the computer software which calculates the percentage of the chemicals, if it is not calculating correctly, so that kind of product will create a lot of problems to the environment and to the society as well, right? So that is a huge risk. So it is texting is actually context dependent, and where it is used, where it is applied, it actually matters. So we can focus more testing in more risky areas and less testing in less risky areas. And yeah, so far, like you got any questions in whatever I have told? So we only saw the just the basic why testing is necessary, right? So we don't dive into the actual testing concepts so far. Just talking only the definition point of view, what is a software and what is testing and why testing is necessary, right? And what is the cause of software defects. So actually, when the software, when it is designed, so it will actually go through different phases, right? So first of all, like when we create a software, so we got requirements first, right? So we got requirements, right? And next we have a design. So it's in a very high level. Like it's a design, then build, right? So design is built, and finally the product is released. Okay, so these are the main four steps that will happen in a very high level during a software design, right? So software delivery. So first here there will be a requirements for testing, for developing a software, right? Say example, a web application. So customer wants to create a web application for a company, right? So this is a simple requirements. So first of all, there is the requirements, right? So he gives a list of requirement, and then someone needs to do a design. So how the page should looks like, how the look and feel, and what are the contents go into the page. So all these are designed. And third, the development team will build the software, right? So build using some code. So there will be a backend code like Java, C#, PHP. So whatever development technology it is. So they build the product. And finally, the product is released, right?